Your local news is next.
Right ahead.
The shelter at the Open Door Mission in Rochester may be shut down. I'm Berkeley Breen. Coming up here from some men who call the shelter home.
Plus,
well, we've missed out on yet another snowstorm here in Rochester. Any more opportunities for snow as we go through the week? Well, I'll let you know. First for weather in the first 10 minutes.
Now, here's the latest from News 10 NBC. Live, local, and up to the minute.
After spending 6 months defending our country in Afghanistan, these heroes will spend the night at home. Good evening, I'm Wendy Wright. We have the very latest on the war against terrorism, but first, the latest on the controversy over the Open Door mission. The city of Rochester says the mission's emergency shelter is illegal and it could be shut down. Berkeley Breen is live in the newsroom with the story. Berkeley?
Well, Wendy, tonight there are about 40 men who are at the Open Door Mission's emergency shelter on West Main Street. They've got a blanket, some pillows, and a roof over their head. But if the city decides to close the shelter, they could be out in the cold.
We do provide a service to at least 40 men a night who need emergency housing.
Ron Fox is the director of the Open Door Mission. He says they've run the men's shelter on Main Street for 25 years. He also says they've never kept it a secret from city officials.
They all know we've been doing this, and we have not been quiet about it. We've advertised it. We've put out the numbers about it. And for it now to come up, it really boggles my mind why.
Here is why. Last year, city officials received a number of complaints about the actions of the men who eat and live there, mainly that they go to the bathroom outside. And during the city's investigation, they found that the Open Door Mission never had permission to run a shelter. In fact, this area is not even zoned for a shelter. The news about the shelter's fate spread quickly at the Open Door Mission today.
It's about to be going 20 below, you know what I'm saying, zero. Where they going to put people out on the streets then? They're going to put people on the streets? Come on, that's not, to me, it's not right.
Leodice Daniels says the Open Door Mission has saved his life. He says it's shelter for a harsh life on a harsh night.
I was sleeping up on the bridges, you know. It's cold, it's snowing, raining. I was there. I ain't had nothing to sleep on. I was sleeping on mud. I was there. You know what I mean? And I'm figuring now they closed this mission. I don't want to be back out there in that environment.
Now, the city has not given the Open Door Mission a deadline to close the shelter. It is open, and we should say that the food service and the clothing distribution still open at the Open Door Mission. Ron Fox says he's trying to get more information from the city about the shelter and some zoning laws. Reporting live in the newsroom, Berkeley Breen, News 10 NBC.
Firefighters are investigating what they are calling a suspicious fire in the city. It happened at 507 Hayward Avenue. Investigators say the fire caused moderate damage to the multifamily home. The Red Cross is providing food and shelter for 3 families, including 13 adults and 4 children. A Batavia man is in critical condition after a single-car accident this afternoon. It happened on Creek Road in the town of Bethany. Genesee County Sheriff's deputies say Joseph Morelli lost control of his car and struck a tree. Morelli was taken by Mercy Flight to Erie County Medical Center. A Nunde man is in jail for allegedly sexually abusing a girl under the age of 11. 50-year-old Howard Jeffords was charged yesterday with 2 counts of sexual abuse. Jeffords is being held without bail. A hearing is set for later this week. The family of murder victim Jennifer Kuhn wants your help to stop her killer from changing his name. Kuhn was raped and murdered in 1993. Willis Knight was convicted of the crime 2 years later, and now Knight plans to change his name to Rasul Gaddafi. Jennifer's family started a petition earlier this week to stop him. The family has set up a website for you to electronically sign the petition. You can find a link at our website at 10nbc.com. Members of the Rochester community held a rally today to stop the violence. The group gathered at the corner of Jefferson and Hawley. Last year, there were 41 homicides, including the killing of 10-year-old Tyshawn Caldwell. The group wants to raise the consciousness of the community and raise the quality and value of life. And now for the latest on the war in Afghanistan and a changing of the guard at the Kandahar Air Base. The Army's 101st Airborne Division relieved the Marines this weekend. Meanwhile, the first aircraft carrier to launch airstrikes in Afghanistan returns home today in California. Thousands greeted the heroes of the USS Carl Vinson. The Vinson and its crew worked 10,000 hours, dropping 2 million pounds of bombs. U.S. Secretary of State Colin Powell arrived in Japan today for a two-day conference on the reconstruction of Afghanistan. Representatives from 50 countries are expected to attend. The interim Afghan government will need tens of billions of dollars to help rebuild the ravaged nation. Police now believe the accused shoe bomber sent out emails discussing his plan to blow up a plane. Two French newspapers report Richard Reed used the internet at this cyberspace cafe in Paris and also at a hotel nearby to send out the emails. In one email, an unidentified person tells Reed to take another plane after he missed the first one. Reed is accused of trying to blow up a Paris to Miami flight last month with explosives hidden in his sneakers. And while the war on terrorism continues, a new movie depicts another battle. The movie Black Hawk Down opened last night in theaters across the country. The film follows the true story of the 1993 Battle of Mogadishu. A routine mission turned into a war zone, leaving 18 Americans and hundreds of Somalians dead. Tonight, we headed to the theater to see how local moviegoers reacted to the film with U.S. military forces in Afghanistan.
It's a very, very excellent movie. It should really get the point across to people who don't understand what's actually going on in third world countries.
Makes you realize what our troops are going through over in a different country where people don't want them there. And it's just difficult for us with our son being in the Army.
I'm an ex-Marine, so, you know, it reminded me of some old times when I was in Southeast Asia, so it was a powerful movie.
Now bringing you Western New York's most advanced forecasting technology. Here's meteorologist Josh Nichols in the 10 NBC Weather Lab.
Certainly it was a nice night to catch a movie inside perhaps as well, and maybe make a little popcorn and just watch the snow. Maybe on a sky cam on the internet falling somewhere else other than Rochester. Yeah, again, as we go into the weather forecast center here, it's been another storm and another miss. In fact, it looks like at this point so far in the season, after the storm rips through eastern New England, there will be more snow on Cape Cod for the season than Rochester, New York. Now, as we go through the week, I think it'll turn somewhat milder, and we could actually get a storm by the end of the week. Could it be snow and cold? Well, it's possible. Let's deal first with the storm that we have right now. Right now, we're looking at the radar over the past 24 hours. You can see a broad area of precipitation. It's moving fairly fast, though. You can see the back edge already through the capital district of New York, but these darker, brighter whites that are passing through New England are indicating 1-inch snowfall amounts per hour. Some reduced visibilities down here, but again, this is a fast-moving storm that's going to be zipping off to the northeast and will be out to sea by tomorrow morning. By the middle part of the week, we're going to be watching this area of low pressure over the northern half of the nation, and we're going to be in a broad southwest flow, so it is going to get milder. But once this storm begins to move off towards Hudson Bay, by Thursday, we could get into some colder air, and perhaps the back side of that storm will be some heavier snow. We'll have to watch it for you. Here we are with the weather facts, though, for today. The high temperature recorded at Rochester Airport, all the way up to 30 degrees, the low 15. Now, some of our weather watchers contending it was a little bit warmer up along the lakeshore, which was probably the case. And again, those were your stats for today. Right now at the airport, it's 19 degrees. The breeze is out of the southwest at 3 miles per hour. We have a crescent moon out there. The clouds have tended to break a little bit. And in some of the more snow-covered locations, like in Groveland, and down towards Warsaw and Batavia, it is a little bit cooler. 19, for instance, from Ann Funston in Batavia, 17 in Warsaw, 20 in Perrington right now. Northeast temperatures cold enough certainly to support the snow. And here it is. Here is a satellite picture, and you can see the storm streaking off to the northeast real quickly with a very fast jet stream. And that's why the storm is getting carried out into the open Atlantic very quickly. Another disturbance exists back here that we're going to be watching perhaps by the time we get into Monday for a little bit of snow. But again, here's our storm zipping off with the rain all the way down the coast where they certainly need it in Atlanta. Very warm here in Miami and towards Florida. This is where our front lies. There was some severe weather down towards Alabama with some heavy thunderstorms. This is our next disturbance that we're going to be watching coming down the pipeline. It's currently rotating along an Arctic boundary here across the Dakotas. That will bring some snow for us. But in the meantime, this little partial area of clearing over the Great Lakes, an area of high pressure, is what we're watching coming into our area for Sunday. Here's the beginnings of our system coming in for Monday, and a little bit of light snow over this front that's to our north. That, again, will be ours. But very light snow, no big deal. So the forecast goes like this for tonight. Broken clouds, again, just a bit chilly. The overnight low temperature about 17. Tomorrow, more clouds and sunshine, just a stray flurry. Not a bad day overall. The high 34. 5-day forecast shows the light snow for Monday. Broken clouds, maybe a sprinkle or flurry Tuesday. Wednesday, we get up close to 40 with that milder air ahead of that next low, Wendy. And then Thursday, a mix of rain and snow. Kind of a mess, but we'll have to watch it. Maybe it'll get to be a more important snowmaker for us.
Okay, we'll keep an eye out.
Yeah.
Thanks, Josh.
Okay.
An international flight headed to the U.S. makes an emergency landing in Iceland. Coming up, the latest on the threat against Americans. And a police chase winds through St. Louis. Find out how it ends next, live, local, and up to the minute.
News 10 NBC is brought to you by Raymore and Flanagan.
Raymore and Flanagan Furniture presents something wonderful, a monumental event when great furniture values align with phenomenal financing. First, enjoy store-wide savings on living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, and more, including famous brand names at every Raymore and Flanagan location. And then the incredible, financing until 2004. No deposit required, no interest to pay. Financing is interest-free until 2004, plus delivery in 3 days or less guaranteed. Now through Monday, only at Raymore and Flanagan Furniture.
Rochester's biggest multi-dealer RV show, the Dome RV Super Show and Sale at the Dome Center in Henrietta. This is the big one. See how affordable an RV can be.
Pace windows and doors are customized to fit your home and your life.
Inside and out, everything's looking better.
When I was in middle school, I thought everyone was doing it.
You know what?
I was wrong.
Because most of us have grown up. We've got a lot to lose.
Like college and the future.
My parents would kill me. And I'm having too much fun.
I'm not putting my life on hold.
You do what you want.
Me? I'm gonna wait.
Not me, not now. Making smart choices about sex.
At Lauer's Furniture, we understand the importance of selecting the right furnishings for your home with a careful selection of quality furniture that lasts for generations. At Lauer's, your home.
At least 40 people are dead after volcanic lava destroys a town in Africa. It tops tonight's Newsline. The lava flow started after Thursday's eruption of a volcano near Goma, Congo. The river of lava ripped through the center of Goma, leaving 500,000 people homeless. It's the most destructive volcanic eruption in Central Africa in 25 years. A transatlantic passenger flight made an emergency landing in Iceland today because of a bomb threat. A Virgin Airlines flight from London to Orlando was diverted after a member of the crew found a message in a bathroom saying, "All Americans must die." Police intend to interview all 300 passengers to find out where the message came from. And take a look at this police chase in Missouri. A bank robbery suspect took a hostage and led police on a dramatic chase around St. Louis. It came to a quick end when the getaway car crashed in a construction zone. Police convinced the man to surrender and let the woman go. He faces numerous felony charges. Well, Pillsbury finds some local talent. Coming up, meet the best bakers in town at the Pillsbury Bake Off. It's next, live, local, and up to the minute.
News 10 NBC is brought to you by City Mattress.
Right now at City Mattress, our coupons save you up to $160 on over 80 comfortable mattress sets. It's the City Mattress coupon sale.
It's Rochester Linoleum and Carpet One January clearance extravaganza. All prices reduced. Save us to 50%. No money down, no payment, no interest. Sale ends soon.
Hey, ever wanted to be a weather reporter? Maybe pilot an underwater discovery vehicle? Come on, it's your world. Explore it at the Rochester Museum and Science Center.
In the spirit of Susan B. Anthony and the celebration of 150 years of women's rights, ESL and Flower City Habitat present Rochester Women Building a Legacy.
I'd like to invite you to come visit the Susan B. Anthony House, home of a great American hero who lived right here in Rochester at 17 Madison Street. Come explore the home where Anthony lived and worked for 40 years and where she was arrested for voting before women gained the right to vote in 1920.
Rochester Women Building a Legacy, sponsored by ESL. It's banking only better.
You can hear News 10 NBC on the radio every day on WYSL News 1040. These broadcasts are made possible by Charlotte Furniture and Appliance.
It may be cold outside, but inside Chase Pitkin, there's a flurry of savings.
We know what you need. We'll help you get it done right.
This durable yet lightweight Suncast Poly Combo Snow Shovel is only $4.96 with your Shoppers Club card. For safety, spread rock salt around your driveway and walkways. 50-pound bags, $3.44 with your Shoppers Club card.
When you see a price like this, you better stock up.
Shovel up the savings now at your neighborhood Chase Pitkin.
It's the final weekend of the incredible January clearance at Value City Furniture, and that means even bigger savings for you.
Right now, take home this sofa and love seat for just $799 and get the matching chair free.
How about this 3-piece bedroom for only $299?
Or a leopard print chaise for just $199.
And don't miss this beautiful wood-framed mirror, only $39.
These items won't last long, so hurry to the final weekend of the January clearance going on now at Value City Furniture.
You're watching News 10 NBC with Wendy Wright and meteorologist Josh Nichols from the News 10 NBC Weather Lab. Live, local, and up to the minute.
Hundreds turned out today to bid on a little piece of Kodak.
Get $10, able to get 10. I sold it to you for $5. One.
Chairs, desks, filing cabinets, and many other items from many of Kodak's former buildings were sold. One man bought a whole room full of computers and other technical equipment for just $130. The Pillsbury Bake Off at Strong Museum brought youngsters from all over New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania to try to bake the best. One big winner, the Peanutty Buddy Cups. And that was made by a 12-year-old Nina Fiondak of Rush Henrietta. She takes top prize in the dessert category with her specialty. Nina wins a trip for 4 to New York City and $350 in spending cash. Nearly 60 young chefs took part in the 4th annual Wegmans Pillsbury Bake Off. The top winner is 12-year-old Maria Murray of Irondequoit, and she will compete in the national competition in Orlando. News 10 NBC's Rich Funke was one of the judges. He said the food tasted fabulous. And sports is coming up next. Stay with us.
Now, you've got the right idea. Webster Auto Group. This idea is such a bright one. You will know that it's the right one. So many makes and cars are right here where we are. Come on out to Webster and you'll buy one. Now, you've got the right idea. Webster Auto Group.
Raymore Flanagan Furniture presents something wonderful, a monumental event when great furniture values align with phenomenal financing. First, enjoy store-wide savings on living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, and more, including famous brand names at every Raymore and Flanagan location. And then the incredible financing until 2004. No deposit required, no interest to pay. Financing is interest-free until 2004, plus delivery in 3 days or less guaranteed. Now through Monday, only at Raymore and Flanagan Furniture.
Clover's gigantic warehouse sale 2002 for incredible year-end savings from 40 to 60% off. Right now, get event-free gas fireplace for only $3.99. Many are priced below wholesale. Get huge year-end savings on floor model, scratch and dent, and overstock slate pool table from $788. 2001 model above-ground pool from $688. Installation just $199. Choose from 5 different model spas. Price as low as $16.99 and no more than $29.99. Everything must be sold and shipped now during the gigantic warehouse sale 2002. Only at Clover.
Value City Furniture, Ridge Road in Greece, and near Marketplace Mall in Henrietta. You just can't do any better.
Now, on News 10 NBC, here's Mark Gruba with sports, live, local, and up to the minute.
Listen to me when I tell you, it is an amazing scene tonight in New England. The Patriots and Raiders battling for a berth in the AFC Championship game. Snow flurries throughout the game, a snowstorm throughout the game. Adam Vinatieri has just kicked a field goal to send this game potentially into overtime. It's 13-all in the 4th quarter of play. Rich Gannon has a touchdown pass. Tom Brady, a touchdown run. They are in the middle of a snowstorm. I wish I could show you the highlights, but network restrictions will not allow us to do so. So we move on. The NFC game today in Chicago. No snow and no luck for the Bears. First quarter, Jim Miller hit by Hugh Douglas. He separated his shoulder and left the game. He never returned. As for the Eagles, they rode the right arm of Donovan McNabb. Late in the first half, he buys some time and finds Cecil Martin, 13-7 Philly at the break. Third quarter, the Bears get one back. McNabb, McPicked by Jeremy Azuma. Make that Jerry Azuma, and he's gone. 39 yards. It was 14-13 Bears, but not for long. McNabb answers a short TD for Deuce Staley. Philly regained the lead and never looked back. McNabb capped his day with a 5-yard sneak as the Eagles advanced to the NFC Championship game 33-19 over the Bears.
We're playing against tough defenses, in the playoffs. You have to be able to get the ball downfield, and I think we're able to do that.
Yes, he did. McNabb threw for 267. Shane Matthews, who came on for Miller, had only 66 yards with 2 picks. In hoops, the chase for the chase ended tonight. Top-seeded Brockport, undefeated at 14-0, took on RIT in the men's final. Could the Tigers hang with the nation's only unbeaten Division III team? Well, in the first half, they were looking good. Daniel Suro drives, 2 on the foul. It was tied at 13 early, but Brockport surged ahead. The inbound play to Alex Smith, strong inside for 2 of his 12. The Golden Eagles by 4. Then Ricky Hollis to Mike Medbury. Medbury with 10, Beatport by 11 at the break. Second half, Hollis again for 2. He had 9 steals, going for MVP honors, 78-58. Brockport is the chase champion tonight.
Undefeated in all the other tournaments we played up until this point. We tried to come in and make it 3-0, and luckily we did. We're going to try to continue our streak.
So Brockport gets its first chase championship since 1975. They're now 15-0 on the season. In the women's final, 5th-seeded Roberts Wesleyan took on number 3 Geneseo. Roberts led by a point at the break. In the second, Sherry Bryant hit a jumper to give the Raiders a 5-point lead. Then it was Bryant to Jennifer Stasinski. Roberts built the lead to 14. Geneseo fought back and cut it to 7. Kendra Vavarina for 2 over 13. But the Raiders would hang on. Christina Volpe got her own rebound for 2 over 22. Roberts Wesleyan wins it all tonight.
It definitely uplifts their spirits just to go on for our season. This is the middle of our season, and it definitely boosted up, and we want to keep continuing and hopefully make it to nationals and go from there. 71-61 the final. Mission accomplished tonight for Roberts Wesleyan. In Tennessee tonight, a tale of 2 halves for the 8th-ranked Syracuse Orangemen. Down early against the Vols. In the first, Jim Boeheim's team trailing by 17 points. John Harris with the alley, Vincent Yarborough on the oop. But in the second, SU rallied. Shumpert to Deshawn for the 3. 49-47 Orange on top, but tied at 58. The Vols made the plays. Janice Grindstaff to L. Grace Wilborn, 60-58. Then it was Brandon Crump with the tip in. That was a backbreaker, 62-58. The Vols pull off the upset, 66-62. The Orange slipped to 16-3 in A-10 play today. The Bonnies blew a 20-point lead against Duquesne. They won in overtime, 96-89. They're 12-5. To lacrosse, where the expansion Columbus Land Sharks should have stayed in the water tonight. The Nighthawks used them for bait. Big crowd on hand at the War Memorial for this one. And they saw Rochester set 2 new franchise records. First quarter, watch the passing. Derek Milosky ends up with it on the business end. And that's a goal. Pretty play. Then it's Tim Sedan with the ball. He beats the double team and sets up Jeremy Hollenbeck for the score. Later, another John Grant classic. Pat O'Toole with a perfect outlet pass. And watch Grant work. Is that not sick? 24-9 the final. A new team record for goals in a game and margin of victory. The K-Hawks have it on cruise control at 7-1 on the season. As for the Amerks, they capped off an unbeaten road trip tonight in Norfolk, tying the Admirals for the 2nd straight game, 1-1. Norm Milley got a power play goal. Mika made 18 saves in the game. In the desert, Sabres and Yotes, 1-1 game when Buffalo gets it to Jay McKee for the go-ahead goal. Working it out of the corner. McKee made it 2-1. It's now 2-1 Sabres midway through the 3rd period of play. How about the NBA this afternoon? Michael Jordan making a triumphant return to Chicago at least on the scoreboard. MJ shot 7 of 21 for 16 points, but the Wiz fizzed the Bulls 77-69 the final. In the high school ranks, it was a big day in Section 5 hockey. Among those in action, Victor in its first year of varsity hockey against Batavia. We'll pick it up in the first period. Batavia's Brennan Briggs sends in Pete Schaefer, and he makes it 3-0 Ice Devils. Later in the second, puck comes off the boards to Reese Baskin. 6-0 Batavia, the final in that one. On the hockey board, Jim Baker, a hat trick for Brockport. Dave Cushman, 2 goals for Irondequoit. Gates Chilai got a pair from A.J. Mayo. AQ shut out BK Eastridge. Webster lost to Williamsville South. And finally, a lesson learned at the Bob Hope Classic today. No matter how bad he shoots, do not mess with professional wrestler Goldberg. You'll just learn to regret it. Jay Haas has a 1-shot lead with 18 holes to play. He's 26 under par. Jeff Sluman is 19 under par. What a shame we can't show you those Patriot highlights, but they're in overtime, I think, up in Foxborough.
Quite a mess with that snow there.
Yeah, we'll have to show it to you tomorrow, I guess.
Okay. We'll have tonight's winning lottery numbers for you coming up next.
Save $12,000 off the price of a sport utility vehicle. Where? At Auto Depot USA, the used car superstore. New vehicles depreciate the most their first year. Why lose all that money? We've got a 2001 Isuzu Rodeo LS 4x4, just $17,995. A 2001 Ford Explorer 4x4, just $16,995. And that's nearly $12,000 less than new MSRP. All Carfax certified with our 3-day 500-mile money-back guarantee. Auto Depot USA, 800 West Ridge Road between Dewey and Mount Reed.
Raymore Flanagan Furniture presents something wonderful, a monumental event when great furniture values align with phenomenal financing. First, enjoy store-wide savings on living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, and more, including famous brand names at every Raymore and Flanagan location. And then the incredible, financing until 2004. No deposit required, no interest to pay. Financing is interest-free until 2004, plus delivery in 3 days or less guaranteed. Now through Monday, only at Raymore and Flanagan Furniture.
Pretty woman. Ladies, here's a well-deserved weekend getaway designed just for you at the fabulous River Edge Resort. Your relaxation fun time package includes a champagne reception, dinner both nights, breakfast each morning, water aerobics and yoga classes, skincare and glamour demonstrations, plus an outrageous female comedian Saturday night. Call 1-800-ENJOY-US today and prepare to relax at the magnificent River Edge Resort, Alexandria Bay.
And the feeling's right. If you see news happen, call the News 10 NBC hotline at 232-1010 or star 10 on your Verizon Wireless phone. Join in, a service brought to you by Verizon Wireless.
Here are tonight's winning lottery numbers. The midday results for the daily numbers, 644, and the win 4 for the midday, 7231. We also have the evening results for the daily numbers, 481, the win 4, 8404, and the take 5, 27, 18, 33, 29, and 15. And we're also going to check out the lotto for you, 39, 53, 23, 44, 28, and 11. And the bonus number is 42. Good luck. Josh is going to check on the forecast one more time for us.
Yeah, not a bad day tomorrow. Mostly cloudy skies. Maybe a stray flurry. It'll be in the low 30s.
Okay, thanks a lot, Josh. Nothing like New England, huh?
No.
Yeah. That's the very latest from News 10 NBC. We thank you very much for being with us tonight. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Good night.